initially, one of the big barriers for me was my idea of God, because God for me was a very personal thing. He's something I had. He's something I could pull out on Sundays, look at, and say, that's a really, really nice idea, and then put him back and not think about him too much for the rest of the week. And the thing is you can put God in a box, and he'll let you, but he does knock, and he does knock and knocks and knocks. It grew with me, and I remember one of the big turning points was I went on a retreat in the sophomore year of my college, a summer camp in New Mexico called Philmont. And I say that because it is, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful places on the earth. I personally believe that he used that natural beauty to open me the real possibility of something supernatural, of grace, of awesomeness. And coming out of that summer, I was aware of the knocking, of the slow but sure arm of God upon me, and I had to respond to it. And I remember going in very, very early to a church in my local area. A lot of the churches, what they have is little vocation booklets, and one of them says, you might be called to the priesthood. And I was like, first thing I ever actually physically did something about my vocation is when I picked up that booklet and I read it. And that was part of a process that began with me starting to pray more. And for me, that was a turning point from God becoming he was an object. He was someone I could love. He was someone who I could be with. And I began to feel called to the priesthood. So I called the chaplain. He said, go talk to your vocations director. And so I did, and he said, go to the day of recollection at this Dominican House of Studies. I was like, Dominicans? Because before, I've really only heard of them through vaguely through some of the podcasts they did. It's like, oh, I know St. Thomas Aquinas was something like that, but I never really seriously heard of them or considered them. But I went, and it was absolutely beautiful. I loved the seminarians, I loved the Diocese of Arlington, but I was struck by the Dominican way of life, in particular by a preacher there who spoke with a clarity, conviction that I still remember to this day, and he really spoke to your soul. And I was thinking to myself, if this is the way Dominicans preach, this is something I might want to be a part of. I felt, especially over the next year or so, I felt called to apply, and I ended up applying, and they accepted me, and now I'm here at Labouré, where I'm very blessed to be surrounded by all these great staff and aspirants.